welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, where the games just keep on coming right now. And today we're going to be looking ahead to that all-important game on Tuesday, Barça travelling to Mallorca, which will not be easy, and we're going to be analysing what we might see in terms of Xavi's lineup. But of course, we're also going to be talking today, we're going to be looking back on our incredible comeback against Celta Vigo, along with some important news along the way. It is all coming up for you today. A new week and a new chance to keep this run going. So without further ado, let's get to it. Because I do want to kick off right here today, guys, with that comeback. And I mean, how can we not talk about the incredible display, the incredible late show from Barça on Saturday? Because it really was extraordinary the way that it played out. I think I've replayed the final minutes of that game over and over in my mind since it happened. I think the character that the whole team showed there, the belief as well, genuine belief that we could make it happen very, very late in the game, to be 2 goals down and to still think, okay, we can do this, and we did it. It was absolutely fantastic. And I think as well, with what has followed this weekend, we're going to be talking about the other results in La Liga. These are 3 huge points now, even more so. I think obviously it's early in the season still, but come the end of the campaign, this might prove to be a crucial win, a really important sign from everybody within the squad. But I do want to talk right now about the match winner, the man who made it all possible there and sent us into euphoria at the end. Let's talk about Joao Cancelo, because given that he provided the crucial assist there to make it 2-2, great finish there as well from Lewandowski, and then Cancelo emphatically finished off Gavi's cross to make it 3-2 and complete the comeback. You would imagine that after the game, when Joao Cancelo was being interviewed there, he'd be talking about what he'd done, the comeback that he had made possible, reminding us that even if he was having not a great game, he still made it all possible. But he didn't say that. And I absolutely love the words of Cancelo after the game, because he came out straight away and said, personally, I had a very bad game. I did not play well. I was making a lot of technical errors. I got lost in my head. He said that is very unusual for me. But he said, as a team, we stayed patient, and the most important thing is the 3 points. And I think that right there is the sign of a truly top player. The fact that he's so quick there to recognise I wasn't as good as I can be. Even despite the incredible end, even despite the incredible comeback, him scoring the winner, he is still very determined to improve. And that is what has made him a top player. Because then he went on to say, if I perform well here at Barça, the club will love me. And if I don't, they will kick me out. He said we want to go step by step and continue to add points. And I absolutely love this attitude here too, because this sounds like somebody who already understands Barca, who already understands the expectations, the size of the club, what is expected of him. And I think that perfectly aligns with clearly what he demands of himself. And that is why he has such a great chance of succeeding here, and why every single one of us Barca fans have already taken to Joao Cancelo. We're loving what we're seeing, and long may it continue. However, guys, it was not all rosy against Celta, far from it, because one of the big problems that we have right now is Frenkie de Jong. He was subbed off, of course, injured in the first half. Further tests have been done over the weekend, and Barca have confirmed the injury to be a high ankle sprain. And as usual, the club haven't really specified how long Frenkie will be out for. They leave that there to the media to follow up on the report, and it is being right now widely reported that Frenkie de Jong, as a result of that injury, will miss between 5 to 7 weeks of action. Now, that is a pretty serious injury, and this has really rocked the club right now. He actually arrived this morning at the Ciutat Esportiva on crutches. It does not look good right now when it comes to de Jong, and what that means basically is that he'd be likely to miss around 7 Barca games there, 2 of which will be in the Champions League, a tough away game against Porto, at home there against Shakhtar. But aside from that there, the one that you're really looking at and really zooming in on, it's the Clásico. It is looking right now almost certain that Frenkie de Jong will miss the game against Real Madrid, and that is a huge loss to Xavi and Barca, because you're looking right now at Pedri. He's out as well, of course, has been for a number of weeks. Now de Jong joining him, 2 of our best midfielders, 2 of our best players in general now, we are not going to have in our team. And I think that actually speaks volumes right now of the depth that we've been able to create here at the club. The fact that in midfield we still have quality, we still have options. We've managed so far to deal without Pedri. It's not been easy, but we've managed to do that, and I just hope we can do the same here, even despite the injury to Frenkie de Jong. I wish him a speedy recovery. We all want to see him back soon, because he has been brilliant so far this season, so consistent, so outstanding, and it's a big blow to lose him for several weeks. However, guys, if we do try here to get swiftly back to the good news, let's go back to Sunday, because we were all very keenly watching Atletico Madrid take on Real Madrid. Their electric atmosphere, wasn't it, at the Metropolitano on Sunday? And I thought Atleti, to be fair, they were outstanding in the way they played. They took the game to Real Madrid from the very first minute. They scored so early on as well. That only boosted them and really helped with the confidence. Morata with the opening goal. I thought Griezmann was outstanding. He has been brilliant, hasn't he, since going back to Atleti, really rediscovering the best form of himself. And all the goals on the night, they were all headers. 2 from Morata, 1 from Griezmann, 2 big goals right at the start of each half for them. And look at what that means for the league table, because Barça now stand on top. And also, guys, look at Girona, the 2 Catalan clubs right now leading La Liga, and that is what we want to see there with Barça. Only 6 games gone, very early in the season, of course, but that's where we want to be, leading the league, making sure that everybody else has to follow us. And that is why, again, that victory on Saturday, the comeback against Celta, it was absolutely vital. But looking now, though, to Tuesday's game away at Mallorca, and I think when you're looking at Mallorca right now, our opponents, they very much remind me of when we looked at Celta Vigo before we just played them, because they have also not enjoyed a good start to the season. Their results haven't been as they will have wanted, and they currently find themselves 16th right now in the La Liga table. But when you look there, Celta, they're 18th. They're in the relegation zone, and you see how well they played, and they were away. It's quite clear we can't afford to take anybody lightly. Not anybody, not any game. We have to be at our best, and we have to be very focused, because one thing I would also mention about Mallorca, especially thinking about them at home, they are usually an excellent team at home. Look at this from last season right there. They finished with the 6th best home record of any team in the league, and only we conceded less goals at home than Mallorca did last season. So they can be a very strong team in front of their own fans. We're not going to have an easy game tomorrow, and that is why Xavi's lineup, it's going to be important. And again, we're going to be focusing on any possible rotation after all of these games that we're having. Because in goal there, of course, it is going to continue to be Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and I think Balde for sure, he's going to return at left back. He was given a little bit of rest against Celta, but obviously he did have to be brought on later on at left back. I expect him to start in this game. But at centre back, it is anybody's guess right now. I thought Koundé may have gotten some rest, some much needed rest against Celta. He did not. And then I'm also kind of worried about the right back position, because again, at some point, guys, we have to rest Cancelo. He cannot start every single game without fail, and especially after everything he put into the Saturday game. So I think here, Cancelo might get rest. So what do? Do you play Sergio Roberto at right back? He is the natural replacement, if you like, or do you shift things around? Do you play maybe Araujo out in that right back role? Do you play Koundé out there and then maybe play with more centre backs? That for me would probably be the option I'd go for there. I don't really want to start Roberto in any game if we can avoid it. I would play maybe Araujo at right back, still play Koundé, Christensen as well. And I would also question as well, are we going to see more of Inigo Martinez? We have not seen much of him this season at all. I know he had an injury to start it, but in the last 4 games, he's only played 16 minutes. He stayed on the bench for the whole game in the last 2. Is Xavi going to start to call more upon Inigo Martinez? So that there would be my back line if we have to rest Cancelo. In midfield, it is getting a little bit more limited in this area. No Frenkie, no Pedri. That means Romeo, Gundogan and Gavi are all likely to start there as the trio in this game. But I would say one thing to kind of expect now we have more midfield absences. We're surely going to see more and more minutes for Fermin Lopez in midfield. So when he comes in, he's got to take on that opportunity, take on that chance. And again, just like in pre-season, show us what he can do. And then I think in attack, Ferran, unlikely probably to keep his place. He wasn't able to be as lively as we hoped that he would be against Celta Vigo. Had that big chance in front of goal. I thought he was unlucky on that one. He very, very narrowly missed. Such a close effort. Could have easily been a goal on another day, but I expect Rafinha to come back in alongside Lewandowski and alongside Joao Felix. Hopefully Joao is all okay to keep playing. We need him on that left-hand side. Not really any other replacement for him there. And of course we need his attacking influence, his combination with Lewandowski. That is magic. And I want to see that again on Tuesday night. And I think when we are here, guys, looking at the predictions ahead of this game, maybe the Celta performance I feel here has just dampened the spirits a tiny bit. You know, we're still confident. We still believe that Barça are going to win. But I think we all recognise here this might be a tricky away game. We might not expect loads and loads of goals in our favour. But at the same time, you know, we might produce that. You don't know right now with Barça. We are fully capable of scoring goals. And now it's an away game. This will be a different kind of test. We had 3 home games in a row. Now we're out on the road. So let's see us perform again. Let's see us now take this game by the scruff of the neck, bounce back from the mediocre performance that we saw in general against Celta Vigo, and let's get a big win here to keep our place at the top of the league. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. Let me know the team you'd line up with and also your score prediction. I will catch you tomorrow for all of the reaction. Thank you indeed for joining me, but until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.